Your way to the top, you throw all your soldiers away. So when you get to the top, you're alone. That's the message you're sending to every other person out there. That friendship.
I think the problem here is he probably expected something else from me when I came out from the house.
The guy that came that offered me 20 million naira. Good. CROSSKAY. Yes.
Listen, when I tell you that sometimes this thing is a script, just believe it. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Lucy's Quick One, talking about the Big Brother Naija Shine Your Eye reunion show. I would say that you would need water for this one, but no. I remember that on Monday I said there were certain stories that have not been visited. Well, tonight and even last night, these stories were visited. We talked about Angel and Cross. Today we're talking about the triangle between Saskay, Cross, and Jaypaul. Let's go. Now, before I even start my analysis tonight, or before I even start my recap or my review, I would like to state the fact that during the Big Brother Naija Shine Your Eye show, so that we'll know where we are arguing from, Saskay said it repeatedly that she was not interested in a relationship in the house, and that was majorly when she was feeling pressure from Jaypaul and Cross. Now the show starts tonight with clips of Saskay saying, "Oh, I'm not interested in a relationship," and then the very romantic one where Jaypaul comes with a flower and says, "You are the sugar in my tea."
I think you're a definition of brains and beauty. You're a definition of black goddess.
They are the beautiful one and all of that. And then Cross as well, saying, "I'm doing things that I'm not even doing for other ladies in the house." Now let's move on to the reunion. Of course, Ebuka starts and then he asks Saskay, "What was that about?" And then Saskay comes and says she was just, having fun in the house.
I didn't want to be attached to anyone while on the show. And I thought I could find a way to sort of create a balance between both men.
Am I right in saying that it looked like you had a more emotional connection with Jaypaul than Cross in the house?
Yeah.
Ebuka moves on to Jaypaul. You know when you are in a class and then they're asking other people questions and you're just waiting for your turn and you're just like, my turn will come, my turn. It was finally Jaypaul's turn, and then Jaypaul just opened this bag and started pouring. Now, according to Jaypaul, he says that, immediately after Saskay, or while he was out of the house, he spoke about Saskay. And I do remember that I interviewed him and I said, what's gonna happen with you and Saskay? And he said, she's my queen. What's not to love about her? But he didn't really say what exactly was going to go on afterwards. And then he said that when Saskay came out of the house, before she even had the opportunity of speaking with him, she heard a lot of stories and he feels like that affected their relationship or their friendship. And then one of the things that really hurt him the most was the fact that Saskay never stood up for him or never even said anything about him to vindicate him. And I was wondering where all of that was coming from. I also remember again that when I did interview Saskay, she said that she was cool with Jaypaul and then she was cool with Cross.
Just say something. Just say Jaypaul was a great person, and everything would just water down. But that was never said. All you said was, "Who is Jaypaul?"
Who?
And that hurt me. I asked my aunt to buy a flower. See how
Another flower.
I got flowers.
One thing that shook me amongst this argument was how Jaypaul came and he said, "You denied me more than Judas denied Jesus." And I was like, was it Judas that denied Jesus or was it Peter? But what he was trying to just say in essence is he felt like the moment Saskay came out of the house, he just forgot everything about him. And you see this thing about friendship.
I didn't get any flowers from Jaypaul. Secondly, the interview, I did explain the whole "who is Jaypaul" thing. But at every interview, I said he was my friend and that was all. We never spoke of a relationship.
I care about you, but I think care more about your fans and the people that support you. That's fine.
This part of the show, this ending part of the reunion show, just focuses on friendship and the end of great friendship. Some of the conversations that were had needed to be had privately. Those things that Jaypaul was saying to Saskay, I just felt like there were things that he would have probably called her, let's have a meeting and let's talk about it. And if she comes to say, you know what, I don't feel the friendship anymore, I don't feel friendship right now, because according to her, she says that, you know, she came out of the house and she wanted to understand what was going on around her. You should have just given her the space to understand what was going on. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, guy. Everybody in the house is claiming that they did not have a strategy, but I can say that I feel like Jaypaul did have a strategy, and then Saskay on the other hand probably did have her own strategy of, you know, just trying to be in the middle and just playing a game with the guys in. So Ebuka just sums up the whole thing and says, okay, where are you guys at now? Are you guys friends or are you not friends? Apparently the friendship has ended between Jaypaul and Saskay, and I really felt like, you know, with conversation, this probably would have moved on to a better height. Now, remember, it's a triangle. We've already had Jaypaul and Saskay. Now let's move to Saskay and Cross. Ebuka asked Cross, did you feel like you were played by Saskay?
Everybody pretty much went into that house with strategy, right? And I don't blame them. It's a game. You have to go and win. I know for a fact that I went into that house without any strategy. I went in like being myself.
I know the moment that Ebuka asked that question, or after he asked the question that came to my mind is, can you play a player? Because when Cross was like, you know, I'm not sure it was a strategy, but even if it was, I felt like I was myself in the house. I was like, bro, with your Yoruba demon attire, are you sure that you were just playing the game? Regardless of that, the story about the voice note comes up, and then Saskay talks about it. Apparently, one of the reasons, according to Saskay, she is no longer friends with Cross is because there was a certain voice note and there was a certain video that trended online that she felt, you know, it was time to just end their friendship. Now, Cross was asked to explain what actually happened, and according to Cross, he says that he had a call from Saskay. He goes over to her house, and before he went to Angel's house, and before he knew what was happening, there were calls and then things were trending on social media insinuating that he was involved with Saskay. You know what shocked me the most towards the end of the reunion show for tonight is the fact that Cross revealed that he was offered 20 million naira by the CROSSKAY shippers for them to remain together.
The guy that came that offered me 20 million naira. Yes. Yes, I rejected it.
Who are these fans?
Yes, I rejected it. They come out with a music video. I rejected it.
You see why now most of the housemates always invest in just being a sheep in the house. I said it. It's either the show is scripted or the guys in the show just decide to have strategies of being in a relationship, and then when they are done with it, once they are done with the show, they just come out and say it's over, it's not working. Cross also revealed that he was asked to be in a music video with Saskay, you know, to promote the whole CROSSKAY relationship, and the same thing was also asked of him with Angel. But he says that he's so comfortable, he doesn't need the money from the shippers. My question is, both the shippers and the fans, where did you guys get all this money? Like, let this money reach all of us. Then Ebuka comes out again and says, okay, Saskay and Cross, where are you guys at right now? Cross is like, you know, I'm cool with everybody. If she doesn't want me, then I do not want her as well. Saskay, where are you with Cross? And she said, you know what, I don't think we can go on with the friendship again. Another friendship ends. It just feels like these guys are just like friends in the house. When they come out of the house, they decide to be enemies, so that I feel like they become enemies so that the conversation will continue. Not so after like 2-3 years, you will see that they will reconcile again, and then they will trend on social media. You will hear that Saskay and Cross were spotted at a lounge having fun together and brokering peace, and then you'll be like, oh, finally, let peace and love reign, so that they're still relevant 3 years later. Guys, I'm just this has been a very interesting, honestly, for me. I don't know about you, for me, I just feel like these guys tried their best to make conversations out of their stay in the house. They have exhausted all they need to say. The last one I'm waiting for now is that of Pere and Maria, and I think that's the icing on the cake, and that will be probably the conclusion to this Big Brother Naija Shine Your Eye reunion show. But till then, guys, let's see what happens. I'm done here. Thank you so much for watching tonight's episode of the Big Brother Naija Shine Your Eye recap. I got you with more. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Do like and share my videos. Thank you. Remember, guys, to enjoy every moment.